Brent Smalley here. Game 4 of the NBA Finals. It's almost halftime and my beloved Celtics are down. But why it's halftime, I'm going to tell you about my favorite video basketball games, baby. Oh yeah.
Come on and slam, and welcome to the jam. Come on and slam, if you wanna jam.
First up at the top of the order, we got Double Dunk for the 2600 series on Atari. Did you know also, with the Sega Genesis controller, you can play Atari games? I'm about to show you. Look! They're exactly the same.
As you can tell, scratchy screen there, the game was made in 1989, and I love the flash dance that they're doing right here. Look at them go. You can pick which style game you want and even what style jersey you want for this game. You're playing 2-on-2 and here goes a shot, nothing but net, 2-point shot, and the game freezes on me. Apparently the Sega Genesis controller doesn't work as well as I thought.
Since that game didn't work, we'll go on to the next one on our lineup. Larry Bird on the 7800 series versus Dr. J. By the way, Larry Bird, greatest player of all time and my personal favorite. Great NBA legend, great player.
Before we start out with the game, I gotta look at this cover here and look at Dr. J as he's gracing the cover and his juicy man sweat. The game came out in 1983 as Dr. J had just won his first NBA championship and Larry Bird 2 years before that in 1981. They both graced the cover because of their NBA star status. The game was revolutionary for its time because it called fouls, you could shoot free throws, and if you shot it just right, you could shatter the backboard. And after that, you get to see my little friend Sanchez the official clean up the glass. Ooh, Dr. J, spitting glass out your ass.
There was a sequel made for Nintendo, but instead of having Dr. J, they had Michael Jordan. The game was pretty much the same, except it had improved graphics, and each player had its own big scoreboard. I don't know why they didn't make a game with Magic Johnson, his true rival. Unfortunately, it lacked the charm of the classic McDonald's commercial.
What's in the bag? Lunch. Big Mac, fries. Play for it.
Now to our third game. On Nintendo, Temco Basketball. Amidst its recent success during the early 90s with Tecmo Bowl for football, its furious release in ratings, Tecmo released Temco Basketball.
This game had impressive cinematic styles for the early 90s. Despite the limitations of its 8-bit graphics, it still had detailed court and player design. Even though it had ghost-like images, it still was one of the first games to include 5-on-5 play. This is the only game to include the Los Angeles Clippers on its cover, and it includes many other NBA legends such as Magic Johnson, Isaiah Thomas, and Michael Jordan.
Now with the game just finished and the Celtics with the greatest comeback in NBA history, I saved the best for last.
Oh my! He's on fire!
NBA Jam was the cornerstone of basketball games for its time and its predecessors, and the originator of the sexy lizard.
Showtime! Tonight's matchup, Lakers versus Celtics.
The game was so good for its time it even made George Lucas cream in his pants. And if you played the game just right, you'd get sounds like this.
Boom shakalaka! Ugly shot! Plays it up! He's on fire! Wide open! Quick!
Keep in mind that I'm excluding many of the other great basketball games out there, including Barkley's Shut Up and Jam, White Men Can't Jump the Game, and the NBA Live series.
That's a wrap now, folks. Stay tuned next time for our next video game review when we go back in time. And by the way, Jackie, you can't handle the truth. See you later, baby.
Come on and slam.